Hello, welcome to Podcast with Magnoni. Today I have a special guest. I think we need to give respect to people that have been there. And I think that's what I'm thinking about this year. People that have been doing great stuff in this scene, the music industry, and a number of areas within the entertainment industry. So today I have a very special guest, Bensam. Welcome again.
Thank you so much. Thank
Great.
You.
So
I'm so happy to be here.
You're so happy to be here.
It's my first time and
doing a podcast, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you here. And here everything is chilled. There's nothing like scripted questions and answers. Yeah, so we're gonna throw in a number of things. So, but I'm so happy that you're here. And I think my first element that I want to know about you is specific about your story, because I was talking to you before we started recording that I knew Bensam before I saw Bensam.
Yes.
Because I think your name has been everywhere.
Yes.
So who is Bensam? And the name itself, Bensam.
Well, I could say Bensam is a character which I created.
Ah, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, but when I was born, the name I was given is Benedict. So that's my first name. Sam is my last name. So eventually, as time went by, I decided to brand myself as Bensam. So I just cut my first name, Bensam. So mostly it was written as one name, Yeah, but so my real name is my nickname.
So very interesting, eh? Because my rappers I'm a kakuta kusaka zina got suffix I say you went break up. Suffix I'm talking about.
I know, right?
Interesting, right? Okay,
yes.
Cool. Yeah, so your name comes from there. But I think everyone that knows Bensam knows you from photography. So take me through the journey of your photography. What is number bunch? What really happened for you?
Honestly, way back, I think this is a story that a lot of people do not know. And I think it's a part of my life that people have not ventured into. Because way back, I used to work as an IT teacher.
Oh my God.
Yes.
This is interesting.
I should say a lecture because it was a college in Blantyre. So after I graduated from my from the college, I got a job as an IT personnel. So after that, I started teaching. For a couple of years, I think I worked as an IT teacher in private colleges in Blantyre, just to make ends meet.
Wow.
Yeah. So while I was there, I had that knack of taking pictures. So I had myself my cameras. My camera always shoot my film.
I mean, just cool.
They were not too big really, because since I am an IT person, I was always trying to find something that was new.
Yeah, I was trending at that time.
Yeah, so I could buy some latest versions back then, take pictures, and we used to go to Green Color Photo Studio in Blantyre. I think it was popular back then.
Yes, I remember.
So we could go there, print pictures, and I could sell to students and just make a few bucks for lunch here and there, So it was fun doing it, not as a big time business, but just because I'm like, hey, I like taking pictures.
Yeah.
I think I'm good at it, and I have a good camera. And so during lunch hour, we just dash off, go to town, make some prints, go back to school, sell to students, and life went on. So, and then eventually I ventured a lot into multimedia, designing and printing. So I did a lot of that stuff, and then I was hired as a media person, as a communication consultant here in Ilongwe. So I shifted from Blantyre. I started staying here all just because I got a job here.
You left Chideo position, which I think was permanent in a way, to a consultancy here?
Yes, because that was what I wanted to do. Design and print stuff. So my job here was a communication consultant. So I was designing magazines. We had major clients there, and then it was Plan International, UNICEF, even the government. We used to do a lot of stuff a lot of printing jobs for such organizations. So I worked there for a number of years. And then I was still taking pictures for fun. You know, I always had a camera with me. So eventually I'm like, you know what? I started seeing people not just taking pictures, but taking pictures, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So there was this white guy back then. His name was Ayn. Arjen or something like that. This guy, this is Zungu person. He's the one who taught Toko Chikondi professional photography.
Okay.
Also, he's the one who mentored who's this guy? Amaru. If you remember those people.
Yeah, Amaru. I remember Amaru. The other guy, no. Amaru, yes, I remember him.
Toko Chikondi was so huge that she actually has awards for what she was doing.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Not just one. Those are the people I used to look at. I'm like, whoa, I want to be like these people, you know?
Yeah.
And then there was one of my favorite up to now. Even if they will still make it to top 3 if you were to ask me today.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do that later on.
So this Maria Tundu was one of the people I'm like, whoa, you guys are geniuses. You know, those are people who are making pictures, not just taking pictures. You know? So I was inspired actually by these people.
Yeah.
You know? And then, there was Chikondi Sinalo, but I think after some years, he went to Ireland to pursue his, for further education, I think. And I think that's how he quit doing photography in Malawi, because he moved. But those guys were badasses. I think he was, his associate was Togo Tembo. Togo Tembo is an MP now. Okay. But that guy, don't underrate him. He was a very good photographer. Okay. I still respect those people. Those were the pioneers. That's what I'm saying.
This sounds like the beginning of photography.
That was the beginning of photography in Malawi.
Before photographers were open.
These are the people who are supposed now. If we were to have our own country of photography, these are the people who have to put on the money in that country of photography. You know,
they have to be
those are the John tables. No,
crazy. Okay, so that was your inspiration.
Yes,
but look, I think the time that Amaru was so popular, he was doing really good pieces. Was the time that I think DSL cameras were coming in.
Yes.
And then there was an interest. People were shifting from Kujambula, Kumagarusa, to people just getting a picture in their phone.
Yes.
So how did you transition from taking pictures our school where you're giving the students to now going to this world of...
Since already I had cut away from teaching it.
Yeah.
Mind you, when I was studying photography, these are the people that I was looking up to, and I started teaching myself. Yeah, I bought a camera. I think it must have been 100 something back then. It was 180 or 1 something. I bought a camera, which was my entry level camera, which I started with. And my first legit job was shooting my friend's wedding. I think it was Jawinga, if my memory serves me right.
Okay.
Yes, I shot his wedding. He gave me some maybe 20,000. I was happy to make money out of,
out of something that you're just passionate about.
And I took the pictures, edited, I gave them, they were so happy, And I looked at them, I'm like, this is actually good work. Then I did another job, and I also did another friend's job, which was he was a close friend. He was having chinkoso. What's his name? Tom. I think was getting engaged to the wife now. Yeah. And I don't know if you know Tom. He used to work for Forward Vision.
I know a couple of Toms.
Yes.
I would say Tom Kanje.
Tom Chabwera.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, so I did those. I think because of word of mouth, those were the jobs that when they went out there, people were like, you know what? So then I created a page. I'm posting there. People are like, this is nice. This is nice. So that's how I started to get jobs and started to make a name in the photography industry.
And then you left that job, that consulting job.
By the time I had a couple of events, I went to my wife. I'm like, you know what? I want to pursue this career. I want to do my own thing. She was like, are you crazy? I'm like,
how are you going to pay rent?
How are you going to be paying rent? I'm like, back then I'm like, utilities alone was spending over 500,000 a month. My pay is less than that. How do you think we're surviving?
We're surviving,
so, what if I had all that time I'm giving my boss to myself? Do you think I can make more than that? I think I can make more than that.
And that's how you started?
Basically.
Wow. So anyway, there was a time, Bensam was everywhere.
Yes.
Before the new names, now, your name was everywhere. If you were looking for a good picture, Manogas Kabanganzere kusana Bensam has to be here and shoot us.
Yeah, I think
you were everywhere.
I think we were one of the first people to actually open a legit.
Most commercializing the photographer business.
Yes, I can say I was the first because Lamig also had his own in I think area 6
that time.
And then I came up with another one. Yes. So yeah, it was good, but I think I can say the game has evolved. So the game is different now.
But let's talk about that time before the game is got complicated or new guys are in. My guys are on camera, and now they open a page and it's happening. Before this time, you were really popular everywhere.
Yes.
You talk of corporates. If you're doing anything, you just need to use the name Bensam.
Yes.
If you were talking of Maukwat, everything.
Yes.
Bensam. How was the fame? I mean, it's time of fame. How was it?
It was overwhelming. You actually get trapped into it, and it consumes you. And before you know it, it's okay. Fame is like an animal. You have to be feeding it.
Every time.
It keeps. It's like Gaba. Gaba gets so much pressure for being Gaba,
Yeah.
The whole team, there's so many players, but people expect too much from him when he's going to play. Like tonight, there's another game with, I think...
If he doesn't score, people...
He's going to, yes.
Yeah.
So that pressure of one person to carry the whole team, it's hectic. So I'm trying to relate to this in a way that as a photographer, you do one wedding, you do awesome photos. They pay you nicely. It was an exquisite wedding. You post on pages. That is the standard you're setting.
Yeah.
This is the quality.
Yeah.
The next client that's booking you also, that is what they want. And that's the reason why they're booking you.
Yeah.
So you could also get into situations whereby you are damned if you do.
Yeah.
And you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
I remember one time I had a booking at 7 at BICC. And another client came in late. They wanted me almost at the same time. I'm like, okay. And I'm a phone. I'm like, they really, really want. I'm like, I'll be honest, I am already occupied.
Yes.
I've already taken a job.
Yeah.
They tried to convince me, like, no, I have to do this. Or maybe after I finish it, but no, I think I have to do this job. So I turned down that job. They did not take it well. So if you're too busy, it's also a problem. And if you're too honest, I think Malawians were somehow entitled a lot.
That sense of entitlement is Asia, man, just serious. It's like right?
Yeah.
You won't tell just say you forget that there were a lot of people that are going for the same talent.
Because we could face a lot of problems which my shoes if they were in my shoes, they would understand, but they don't even bother trying to be in your shoes.
They want
is what they want.
Yeah, they want to be the priority.
Exactly.
No matter what.
But for example, if I shoot a wedding on Saturday and another one on Sunday, if I'm going to start working on a wedding Monday, which one should I start with? Is it the Sunday one or
the Saturday one?
Yes, it has to be the Saturday one. But then you find you get so much pressure
from the
Sunday wedding. I'll be like, I already have another which I have to work on. After that, I should work on yours. All that to them will be gibberish. Yeah. They will not get it. So sometimes you try to understand, sometimes you try to explain, sometimes it's like, no, that's the pecking order which we have to follow. But then, yeah, but life was going on. Like,
as a service provider myself as well, I know how crazy it is when it comes to my clients over. And talking of my clients over, there was a time when there was a gang. People were hunting for your blood on social media.
Yes.
I remember that time I saw a post of people. I think they were. It was more or less like how are these people doing demonstrations this time? Yes. It was they wanted to finish you.
Yes. Usually in Malawi, people are going to support you when you're coming up. So they are going to support you nicely. They will actually take you there. But the moment they put you there, they are not going to like it.
I like that point. Yeah. Usually, it's like an artist.
Yes.
When an artist is...
you look at the likes of Tegrin. Tegrin is there.
Yeah.
They hate him a lot for being there. They're like, hey, I'm a Zim Fakuti, and I figure out. I'm like, guys, you supported him there.
Yeah.
Why are you not liking it that he's there? What were you expecting?
Were you expecting Kuti would be...
Namadingo also... They took him all the way. They saw him growing all the way to there. They supported his music. Yeah. They supported his shows. They gave him corporate events. Boom, boom. They helped him rebrand. He's there now. If he says this now, hey, I was there. I was in. But
that's what you wanted.
Yeah, but
you're like you wanted someone to be there.
Yes, but another thing is, I think we don't really take time to assess. Or to look at things from another angle.
Yeah.
We only look at things from one angle. I'll give you a scenario, or I'll give you a quote which Bruce Lee once used. You know, Bruce Lee was a philosopher which I also follow. So he was like, we all know he was very good at Kung Fu.
Yeah.
And he once said, if I tell you that I'm good at Kung Fu, your reaction will be that I'm boasting. I'm showing off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I tell you that I don't know Kung Fu, you think I'm lying.
Yeah.
You actually know that
no.
So what do you want to hear?
Yeah.
You get?
Quite interesting, huh?
Yeah. So
what do you want to hear?
Yes. So if I come to you, bro, I'm very good at taking pictures. Your reaction would be Bensam Azim. But isn't that the fact?
It is a fact, but when you say also that on pictures, but
you say I'm lying. You say good, I'm being too humble, or I'm being whatever.
Yeah. Interesting. So that time people were going for your blood.
So that's besides that, but and also I don't know if it's the same issue you're talking about. I remember that time social media went crazy. I was posted on a group. People chanted there.
Yes.
Yes. There was this high-profile client who wanted to book me.
Yeah.
And I think if at what Tigama and Digira end of year, we usually be busy.
Yeah.
Busy editing, trying to deliver, and busy shooting. You know? And I remember that week I had deadlines, Chief. I was on my desk. Now this client, prior to booking, I'm talking about then we're not booked yet. Prior to booking, no, I think they actually booked. They had paid a down payment of about 50,000. They issued 50,000. Now they wanted me to be available through the time until it is a jumble word. In a sense that I'll be going to meetings, so we'll be discussing about their day. So I'm a friend of money now. So okay, look, honestly, I'm like, I have too much work on my desk. I don't have time to just meet someone
to discuss,
to hear their wishes. And then I come back, I'll waste 5-6 hours, which if you're on desk chief, that's a lot of progress.
Yeah, that's a lot of editing, yeah.
Yes. So I'm like, I have some stuff to do. So the person snapped the same issue as saying they're entitled. Like they say you have to be there, you have to be there.
Right.
So my head was like this on desk. I have to finish this must go, this must go. So client Anachanta, the client outlashed with a lot of messages. Hey, if you don't have time for me, you'd rather tell me, give me my money back. Said a lot of things. Hey, this is my account number, send my money back. Otherwise, if you think I'm not a priority, they said a lot of things. And usually it was a lady. Yeah, so I'm like, hey, is it uzivu that? Because the fact of the matter is, I have to prioritize what I have on my desk. Yeah. And this is just a prospective client, which we haven't even done the job yet. Yes. Yeah. So I remember that time I was like, okay, under the circumstances, allow me to refund you. Boss.
As if that's how funny life is, right?
Chief, mistake.
Because they don't mean that refund me when they're saying refund
mistake, me. Boss. I sent my wife back then to the bank to put back the money. Another means a screenshot. That means because to me I'm like Sindiwani started being
to go there for conversations.
Because to be honest, you have to prioritize as many Muntanabanga commit fully and so that's how it was. And so that issue happened, and there was a time after that with my work colleagues there was a sabotage which also affected business, and it affected the delivery of a number of weddings. Yeah. So it was very bad. Okay, my server was damaged by one of my workers. Aye. So yeah.
So it means all this was not backup.
So this was not an issue I could take public back then. So I had to be like, I had to buy time. I had to find ways of trying to resurrect.
So you're talking of weddings.
So I'll be honest. That's what affected so much of my business, and at the same time, I couldn't go to the public and say, you know what, your precious wedding cannot be available.
And I can't retrieve your wedding. What happened? How did you deal with that?
It was very difficult.
How did you get?
I had lawsuits. I had situations which were very bad.
Lawsuits?
Yes. Come on, I was shooting high-profile weddings.
Yes. So these guys were there are people that would sue you easily, huh?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was hectic. So.
But you survived?
Yes, I think I sorted out most of the events. Some refunds were made because I think recovery was somewhere 85 to 90%. Yes.
So you talk about 15-10 were still affected?
The rest of it we had to refund. But that recovery also took time because I had to find the best in the game to do the job.
Yeah, because it's not easy to recover stuff.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's not easy. People think like you can just get a software and then recover stuff. It doesn't work like that.
I had to buy things I've never imagined. Yes. I told the people you have to do what you have to do.
But get me this.
Whatever you need.
Hey, so you lost money as well in the process?
I had no choice.
It's crazy. It's crazy. When people look at creatives, they think like sometimes you just make up excuses, but they don't know what the work entails.
Of course, they don't know. So that was something that I was also it also traumatized me. And
yes, let's talk about that. I know most creatives want to act strong. They'll answer people on social media whenever they're being attacked. But I know it affects people. I was talking to Tana this other day, the comedian. He was talking about when people are going online to talk about, for instance, celebrities, or people are arguing they're not celebrities, they're just popular people. They'll talk anything they want to say about them without thinking that these people are people. And this happens a lot in a service industry.
Yes.
Where they don't get the value.
Actually.
And they just rush to you like that.
When you are a celebrity, people only look at the character. That's why I told you I created a character.
Yeah.
So I have had occasions I could go into meetings or maybe casual, maybe I'm socializing.
Yeah.
And I meet people who they look at me, they don't know who I am. So I'm like, they don't know me. Hi, my name is Ben. That's how my introduction ends. Hoping that they don't attach the Sam to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because sometimes I just want to be a person.
Yeah. You don't want to be Bensam.
Yes, I just want to. I'll be honest. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't want to. Because I feel like as much as it has done me a lot of good, it also came with a lot of negatives to it, attached to it.
But let's talk about the mental health kind of issues that comes through the service industry, and how different lawsuits for a creative who's trying to build a business in Malawi, a young creative, how that affected you.
To be honest, what people do not understand is that a lot of artists, that includes musicians, photographers, who else? All these YouTubers and all those kinds of people.
Yeah.
They are the most hardworking people because the type of work they do is not routine.
Yeah.
So you're not a banker where you know, okay, these are my formulas. I know this is what I have to do to get this result. Every time you have to face a new challenge and you have to solve it. If you ask me to design a calendar today, tomorrow I have to design a calendar. I shouldn't do the same thing.
Yeah,
I have to do
that's
another.
True.
But people, they'll be like, yesterday you did a calendar in 30 minutes. I'm like, the next day, your girlfriend was like, you know what? It's not working. And at the same time, client is like, I want this thing now. So your girlfriend is stressing you, and your client is like, yesterday you did a job in an hour. How come you're taking 2 hours? How come you're taking 3 hours? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, smart colors of people face a lot of stuff. That's why you find in artist Akunja, like Brenda Fassie, you know how she died, right?
Yeah. The stress is too much.
So they stress a lot. There's too much going on.
The stress is too much. Honestly, in this business, the stress is too much.
They have to try to keep up, to maintain the name.
Yeah.
They have to handle whatever else. And you don't know how much you're going to make next month. You're an artist. You're not sure. It's crazy.
You have so many things.
Yes.
They want you to be available throughout the day, but they don't know what the time means to you.
You see all these musicians as Gwamba, December, as KOK. They'll have a show, a booking Saturday in Lilongwe. They're having another booking in Blantyre the next day. Ina maybe Mambochi. Or maybe 2 shows in 2 different locations in a day. They have to perform and make all those people happy. Because they have to deliver.
Yeah, oh my God. This is...
And look at how many hours they are not sleeping. Because a normal person, minimum hours, to be healthy, you need 6 hours of rest.
Yeah.
Every day.
But you're talking of all this, overnight that you do.
Yes.
Because you want to produce a good material.
So imagine, what do they do to push themselves? My energy drink every day. You know how unhealthy that is?
It's very unhealthy.
So you have to be taking Akunjao, maybe they'll be on some whatever opium. There's some drugs which you take, you don't feel tired. You keep going.
So that you keep going.
You can go 3 days straight without sleeping.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You look at Lil Wayne during their prime time, they were literally sleeping in the studio.
Every day they are dropping a vase on the sun.
Almost every day. That is not normal. And these are people who also have families.
Yeah.
And these are people who also have children.
I think what I'm getting here is people forget when they engage in creatives, they forget 1, they have other clients. 2, they have a life
just like theirs.
They need to sleep. When you're telling them that I need this by tomorrow, think about what will happen. Throughout the night. You're getting the job around 9 p.m.
Yes, I could give people options. I'm like, okay, you say you want this after 2 days. Okay, then it's going to be on Express
Yeah.
By express, you have to put an extra fee.
Yeah.
Which means I can sacrifice my hours on that job.
Yeah.
Or I can subcontract.
Yeah.
So that's where that money should
goes to. Yeah, because you subcontracting is normal, and in the space for you to protect yourself.
Yes.
You do that.
So otherwise, it's
crazy.
It's crazy.
But I feel for you, man. I understand the service industry is really crazy, specifically because you have to be unique every time.
Yes.
People want to see that you really took time on their thing.
Yes.
They'll give you a lot of feedback, and then they want you to return and then write back or get clarity, and then you work on the thing as if you're doing one thing.
Yeah. So for since 2019, I think I told myself I'll focus more on corporate events than other events. I'm not saying I refuse other events. I do other events.
You can also shoot a wedding even now?
I can shoot a wedding. Yeah, I can shoot. There are people who actually demand, no, we want that guy. I'm like, okay, let's do it. It's just that, okay, the fun thing about Malawi also is what you show them on social media is what they think you're entirely doing. Yeah. So these days, like I post a lot of things about gym now, and they think I spent the whole day in the gym. But in actual sense, my alarm goes off at 4 every day. When it goes off at 4, I make sure by 5:30, I'm in the gym. By 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm done with gym. Just like anybody else, I have to start working. I have to be in the office.
But all they're thinking is you are in the gym.
They think I'm in But to be honest, I'm doing the things that they can't even manage to do.
Yeah.
I can even say I'm a superhuman. You know, I maximize my time, which they think it's impossible. How many people are willing to wake up at 4 or 4:30?
I don't do that.
Exactly.
I'm
not attacking you, eh?
I don't do that.
Is it? But to be honest, that's the time I set. So I'm like, okay, gym sinchito, you know. So I have to make sure it's not in my work time.
Yeah.
So the same working hours you get, I also get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this finalize on the photograph thing. You closed your shop.
Yes.
What happened? Was it the same? Social media people tagging you and all those things? Or?
Surprisingly, the shop was not entirely attached to that because if you're coming to the shop, you know, you take pictures, you get your pictures and you go. You and I.
Yeah, usually it's quick,
Yes, it was a walk-in. You come in, snap, you get your photos, you choose what you like, you pay for what you like, and you're going. So I think it's the studio was doing so well until COVID hit. So when COVID hit, traffic went down. And another thing that affected my studio was my demo. You know, my demo I take about twice a week.
Yeah.
Entire manager. So target place to destroy was Sana compound.
Yeah.
Kuna kuti. Komano amaonesesa kuti akamadutsa kwenu kuchako pasana bajaga gende jani. So every time kwa kama demo, Sana was employing maybe 15 PMF people or my soldiers to protect that place.
Hey.
Otherwise, if Sana is gonna beat a but he was spending money every time during my demonstrations.
Yeah, I'm talking about my demo. People think that those things they're nice. Yes, they change governments, but governments remain the same. People remain the same.
So the collateral damage is what people don't even consider. But I remember one time my car was smashed.
Yeah, I saw it on social media. Yeah, your car was.
No, mine wasn't posted. I never posted, but it was smashed.
It wasn't yours?
No, it wasn't mine.
Okay.
I took it straight to the garage. I just spent money. I'm like, I hated the whole demo situation because I just became a victim because I was passing by.
You see, and people don't think about that. No. When people are like Bob customer shop, they don't think about who's gonna be affected with that. And because most of them, maybe I don't know. I don't want to say about their profile or whatever, but
yeah, so
it's not nice at all.
So so during the COVID situation, sales actually went down, and most of the months I was breaking even. Sometimes it started to get to the point where I had to get rentals from other sources to top up. So I'm like, I looked at the graph of my turnover. So I'm like, this is not making business sense. As much as I would want to keep this, and rentals in that compound, they're bloody expensive. They're bloody expensive.
It's not a place where you want to just go there and chill.
Yes, I'm charge per square meter. And they charge in dollars. So I was even like Timapanga, the Madama wedding dress shop at church.
That you guys partnered. Yes,
we partnered. So somehow it was working for me. Sure.
Crazy, but anyway, it's cool for you. So now, what is happening? Are you shooting from home? Are you working from home? Which is the best thing?
I am working from home right now.
Studio from home, then going somewhere and rent a place.
Yeah. So as of now, I have been working from home.
It's the best decision, man. Don't spend money on rentals. That's my belief, and I don't get it. If you're not selling consumables, or if you're not selling, if you don't need people to buy because they're just passing by, your home is the best office, man.
I think it was the same thing I was telling a friend. So, but I do have plans of reigniting the studio. It means I just need a place with traffic and with good space. So I'll look into it. But I'm still doing photography. I'm still doing videography. But I would prefer to do more of corporate events. Documentaries, adverts, things like that. So
no, that's good. I think it's good to specialize.
But anyone, I also want to squash the rumor that I'm very expensive, like unreasonably. No, I try to deliver good quality, and I would say my rates are very competitive. Very competitive. Actually, you'll be surprised.
Okay,
I could even be cheaper.
You can be the cheaper person.
I could even be cheaper, yes.
But cheaper.
People just feel the brand. I remember one time I was doing a job in December. I went into the office because it was the other boss who sent me there. So meeting that boss is like, I'm like,
because they felt like, this guy's going to be expensive.
It's going to Hamas. I'm like, no, it's fine. So
You
don't have to be unreasonable.
Business
is because we look forward to
the relationships.
To do more with people.
The relationships there.
Sure.
Quite interesting. I know you're a business person in so many fronts.
Yes.
And one of the areas is music. And I think we can talk about Bensam without Bensam Entertainment.
Yes.
Because Bensam Entertainment changed the game. There was a time we were waiting for Bensam Entertainment to organize a collab.
Yes. They used to.
Come on, you're legendary, man. You've been in photography. You have pioneered stuff. You have pioneered the music industry. Yes. Talk to me about Bensam Entertainment. I know you have dropped something recently as well.
Yes, I did. We dropped something in December.
Yeah.
But so I think we were overdoing things at some point.
Yes, that time we were waiting Kutikodi, which artist are you gonna bring? And I hope people were trying to get into one of your joints. So like,
Yes, I know that time we were in the game. That was the prime time because we could work with almost anyone, and they could trust us. They could trust me. They knew if he is calling me for a collaboration, he knows what he's doing. So I could get all these big guys. I've worked with their tables. I've worked with Hyphen. Gwamba was always there for us. Mate, even today, Mate, it's like, I got you. We come from way back. So I have people who be like,
Mate has been putting your name in his songs. I think this is a song. You're saying, Bensam, couldn't get you pick. I remember that song.
Yes. Ahmad has always been he's my guy's family. He's a family.
Cool. So Bensam Entertainment.
Yes.
I know you used to sign artists. Are you still doing that?
I would love to work with artists, but I know what it takes to sign artists.
Yeah.
It's it's a lot of work. People need to know that.
Yes.
And as a manager, you have to put in a lot of work, and as an artist also, you have to put in a lot of work. And I am in a space where I cannot just commit when I know I won't be able to deliver.
Yeah.
I like to keep my word. My word is usually supposed to be bond. You know, I'm like, if I say I'm gonna do this, I have to do this.
You have to do it.
So if I have to push an artist, it means I have to get all the resources.
Yeah,
to
it's
put in and
beyond. It's beyond what people say.
Yeah. So unfortunately, other people, they just want to get artist or the amateur, and they attach themselves to it.
That artist,
you
the
know?
manager.
In the manager. No. I have had my artist study. All they had is potential and talent, and we could work.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
and I think
you have taken Antudos as we one bit.
Yes.
Who have really made it.
So yeah.
It was like everything that you touch, every artist that you just grab would be the next big thing.
Yeah, we could actually push. So we've worked with, Ajna Daliaja, we did so much.
Yeah.
Blaze, we did a lot.
It's
crazy.
It was crazy, huh? Cool. So I'm going to mention artists here.
Yes.
And I want you to tell me a story about them.
Okay.
So basically, they were your artist.
Okay.
Let's start with Blaze. Tell me something about Blaze. Anything interesting? How you guys met or whatever?
Do I even remember how we met?
You can't remember?
Because it's been a long story.
It's a long story, huh?
So much has gone through my head that I tend to forget and bury something. I'm at a level whereby you and I do Kozugamba and we stop talking to each other. A year later, I'll forget that we have some beef, and I'll be like, "Hey," you'll be like, "This guy is talking to me." I'm like, "I forgot that."
This is good. This is good. Yeah.
It could be good, but I think you'll be like, "Is he out of his mind? Isn't this not supposed to be talking to me?"
Nah, you don't have to keep this like forever.
Yeah. So usually that's what I think. Maybe I've made people to be like, "This guy is smiling." Maybe. I'm like, because there was a time some guy came to my office. He sold me a memory card which wasn't working. I asked for a refund. He dashed away. He never paid me back my money. And I bumped into him. He started to explain. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm like, what are you talking about? The thing is, it wasn't my fault. I'm not the one who brought the card to you. I'm like, what card? Remember, I sold you a 64 GB memory card and it wasn't working and I didn't give you. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I remember. But I'm like, if it was today, I was gonna beat the shit out of you. But I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna do that. But let's talk about Blaze. How did you meet that guy?
How I met him, honestly, I don't remember. But it's been one heck of a journey with that guy.
It's been a lot of activities here.
Blaze, really?
That would be interesting. Did you get him somewhere? I go visual when I go like, this guy is good. Let me get him.
I don't think it was from visual.
Or maybe you heard his song somewhere.
I had been hearing his song because by then he was recording a lot with Wedge Production. So he
25, yeah?
Yes, anaimba nyimbo zambili ndachina Wedge and ankaimba ndachina Cheesy, his good friend. Yes. So how did I even meet him? But he was the first person I'm like, I'm gonna start pushing music because I think when I knew him, he was lacking. I don't know if it was because of PQ. I don't know if you know PQ. He's also a musician. He was a good friend of him.
You think I remember him?
I don't know if it was because of PQ, but yeah. Then I'm like, this boy, he's got too much talent. But then I think he's
underrated somehow.
He wasn't even underrated. He was just failing to push further his career,
the crowds or something.
Yes. People knew him, but he just needed that push to be somewhere. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. So we started composing. Blaze, I could be with him. I'm like, Blaze, I want a song which is talking about this. This is a concept. I've actually made this beat for you. and he could compose, and it could be a good song or a hit.
That guy was a
Just
genius.
I remember one time we were traveling from Blanta.
Yeah.
I played a bit from the car. I'm like, you know what? This is a bit. I want you to do a song about this, and that. He started playing around. He composed the song, and we went to record a huge song. We even did a remix, I think, with Third Eye. And you know, Third Eye was huge.
Which one was that? I think there was a remix with Third Eye. Which one was that?
Yeah, so that was that. And I remember one time we went to BFB studio.
Yeah.
And we're just chilling, and BFB is just playing some bits. He's playing some bits, and then he just started to sing along, like just to sing over the bit. He's singing over the bit. I'm like, can you just do that again? He does it. I'm like, can you do that? And I'm like, you know what? That's the hook for that bit. I'm like, BFE, we are taking this bit.
Let's do this.
He's doing the hook.
And
guess what the song was? Tikaulit.
Yeah!
That's how we didn't plan to record. We were just going through bits, and I'm like, yo, this is a dope bit. And he was just singing, playing around. I'm like, can you just sing that again? Sing it. Hey? Tikaulit. I'm like, you know what? That's the hook.
Song. And I've got the song that he did with Third Eye.
Yeah.
Inusondeka.
I
see that song stuck in my head the time.
Inusondeka.
You know, come on. I see the guy was dropping gems,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that guy is a good composer.
Yes.
He's a really good composer. Let's talk about Akazanga Dukonka. Because that song really took him there, but it was a controversy. There was so much drama.
There was not supposed to be drama. To be honest, I foresaw that drama.
Oh, you did?
As a parent, I advised them, this is what you're supposed to do. Do not do that. But the problem with children, when you're telling them, don't touch the fire, it will burn your fingers, they don't believe you. So they still touch it anyway.
You didn't want him to jump on the song?
No.
Okay. Let's get the story today. It's almost like, I don't know how many years.
Fine. These guys were good. These guys were friends. They're friends. They're in the studio. Blaze composed the song, and the vibe is good.
Yeah, in the song, everything is happening. Yeah,
he does that. He does the chorus. He does his verse, and his friend is like, you know what? I also want to sing a part of it. Yeah. He sings a part of it. He's like, yeah. So they're happy. They're like, you know what? This is our song.
It's out of the vibe.
Yes.
This is
our song.
Let's do this.
So they do that song. He sent me that song. I remember I was in Area 47 at Gwamba's house. We were there chilling. Peaks was also there. He visited. There was Peaks and a number of guys were just chilling there. By then, so I received the song. I played. I heard it. I'm like, whoa. This is a fire song.
We have a banger here.
Yes. I played it to Pix. I'm like, I want you on this song. So I'm like, who is this guy you have done it with? He's my friend. I'm like, you should have asked me first. I'm your manager. Yeah. Why do you have a friend on this song? It's so good. There's Pixie here. He can have a verse there. It's like, so he's loyal to his friend. I'm like, they've already done it already. So I'm like, okay, fine. You've already done it. But if I was there, I think this is how I was.
You could have advised.
Yeah, but so I think without proper formalities, that's when shit hit the fan.
Crazy, man.
So the song comes out.
Yeah. It's big.
The song becomes big. Then
everywhere, every wedding, everything.
The guy is from Zuzu.
Yeah.
Bensam called Blanta.
Yeah.
So my interviews of Blanta, they're calling Blaze.
Yeah.
Okay. In here, this is what happens. I remember there was a time Dali did a song with Danlo. Nyamulira. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember that song.
That song, because Danlo was a big brand then, it did more good to Danlo than he did to Blaze.
Yes.
Because he's already bigger.
Yeah.
But as a smaller artist, you just tap in the wave, just ride the wave with you.
Yes. You go through, and then you can carry on with your own
But
stuff.
you cannot be like, how come Danu is having more shows than me?
You're like, he is. Andrew.
Good, you know, now you want, good, you know, there was also a controversial issue with Nepman and Bandinda.
Yes,
is it Chilawe Changa, Jose?
Black Nina.
Yes, Chilawe Changa is also. So my person got it because Nepman is a big artist. He's getting more shows than Black Nina. So Black Nina was complaining, how come by the way Kanyimbo you show I'm like, well. So anyway, I think Ruby started complaining on the part with my interviews. They're calling Blaze. I had to go and interview. So he's going there. Then he's seeing on TV, he's in his house and Blaze is on TV. He's talking about Winnie's the into and it's like, what
is happening?
As if in look, you also have the right to go for an interview by yourself.
Yeah. Book your interviews.
So I told him, he came to me, I'm like, look, you have the rights to the song. We cannot deny you. You co-wrote, you composed, you sang. You have the rights to the song too. You are free to do what you need to do with the song. The same way Blaze has those rights.
Because he was also getting show.
Exactly.
He shows like Liu B will perform in Zuzu, he'll get the bookings and the like.
So now we're so into full bangas menutani. Come on, look, all the listeners do not understand the technicalities of all my rights and nyimbo.
Yeah.
You know? So they will just blow things out of proportion.
Yeah.
And that Tamango is already there. Now also I would engage because I'm like, no guys, these people don't understand.
Yeah, you had a tough time that time.
So the reporters also they wanted to feed on that. I'm like, guys, relax.
I think they found
show these people, no, you guys have no problem, you can move forward. They didn't listen. Everyone is like, no, it's my song. So after I was caught in the crossfire.
Like,
I'm like, no,
but you did the video.
Yes.
You did the video, you supported everyone, and everyone was there.
Exactly. You know?
I think for me, this is my theory. The song was bigger than what people anticipated, specifically the artist. And that what brought the distraction. And usually you see when people can do a collab today and then no one listen to the song and then it goes on like that. But when the song is bigger, everyone want to ride on the success.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, this is what...
It's crazy, huh? It's crazy.
They're good. They've been good, but during that time, I think Fame did its thing. The media did its thing.
The media, I think, come on, you can't blame the media. The media always jump on these things.
Yes, but it's only when you know how to handle it. Like, you know what? I think if it was to happen now, they would do it better. Yeah,
I think that time it was just too early for Blaze was there. Blaze was doing good already. But then for you, Lil B, that song really
it pushed him a lot. Yeah, it really drove him crazy.
Yeah.
Because for Blaze also it was like, but I told them, no, guys, I think I still have chats. I was advising them, guys, no, I have chats because I usually don't delete stuff.
Yeah.
I can prove to people, but I don't usually take, if we have something private talking, I'm like a psychiatrist. I'm not taking things out and be like, no, this is what I see. Yeah. This is what they, no.
Yeah. And one thing that I think if people know you now, cannot dispute is your gym. I don't know if we can call it addiction or prevalence. What happened? I say, could you should get to the gym? Was it a way for you to deal with your whatever you were fighting within?
You know, one day I told myself, you know what, Bensam? You need to look good naked.
I never expected
I'm just saying. Okay, seriously. To be honest, I was going through a lot of stuff. And as, of course, I was on a weight loss journey. I had already started gym. But then there was a time that I was going through a lot of stuff and I couldn't really find myself.
Yeah.
So then I sat with myself.
In a meeting with yourself?
Yes. I'm like, bruh, you are going through some shit.
Yeah.
You need to do something about it.
Yeah.
So I thought of a morphine which I can use.
Yeah.
I had options. I can be messing around with women or whatever to just take the pain away.
Yeah.
I could be drinking a lot. I could be smoking a lot of weed.
Yeah.
I said, I'd rather pick gym because it doesn't have a lot of side effects.
That was a good decision.
The only side effects I could get was getting tired, or maybe my appetite going up, or soreness the next day, which I thought was actually worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could mostly be in the gym just to take the pain away, just to free my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think most of us, we've gone through some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what happens, I think I need
okay, maybe the way that I'm running away from is depression. I have been depressed before.
Yeah.
So maybe it's possible to come back from depression and be good again.
Yeah.
You just have to accept the fact that you're actually depressed and you have to do something about it.
Yeah.
You can either seek help or if you think you'll be in a position to bounce back from it by yourself, by all means, try to do the best you can.
Yeah.
And mostly, as for me, I've been my own doctor. I can prescribe stuff for myself because I've always been real with me, and even I've always been real with the people around me. That's why some people don't like me, because if I smell anything fake, I'm like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
If you're a fake friend, I'm like, fuck you, I'm no longer be chilling with you. My friend, you're gonna edit all that stuff. You're gonna put that. Good.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people will be like, hey, guys.
No, listen. No, it's so good, man. Because what people don't see is people pass through so many things, and you chose a good thing. You could have chosen to be a drunkard and be everywhere.
Yes.
And people will say, Bensam, but you chose something that would help you physically. You would live longer because you are improving your body, but you're so giving yourself a number of like a different milestones that you're pursuing, and later on you're inspiring other people as well. Because when I look at your gym sessions, I ask myself, and when I look at your photos of the past, I ask myself with my big tummy, why am I still here and not doing this? So you're inspiring people.
What I've inspired a lot of people, and I think I have had times where I could lose motivation.
Yeah.
And I could meet people who'd be like, bro, you don't know me.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I started gym because of you. One time I was at like one gym and I bumped into this guy. I didn't know him.
Yeah.
He knew me because he's like, you know what? You shot my sister's wedding. I'm like, for real? I'm like, yeah. I started gym because of you.
Wow.
I'm like, for real? It's like, yeah, I saw you there in front with your big arms and this and that. So I'm like, you know what? I want to be like that guy. So I'm like, but okay. So I was touched. And at the same time, I've met people with similar stories.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't gotta give up.
Yeah.
I have people that look up to me, and as much as I push them, I think I should also push myself because, I'm also the reason. So the energy is like going back and forth, Yes.
True, man. That's good, man. You're inspiring people with your gym sessions. Continue. Don't ever stop. It's a good therapy. For me, I think it's a good therapy to do gym than to do anything else that may harm someone's body. Yeah.
Okay. What I can tell you in front of the camera is that the body is capable of so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a very smart person.
Yeah.
You multi-talented. You know a lot of stuff. The first time I met you was at Zato, isn't it? You were doing a lot of work for those people.
Yeah. Those days, yeah.
So
2017.
The same way you abuse your mind, you should also abuse your body. The body is capable of adapting to so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the same way you do all those stuff, your body can do it. If you don't want to be in the gym like me, you can try running or playing soccer or do something. It's good. It may not be good now, but you're getting older. It pays dividends in the end.
Yeah, true man. But let's talk about your movie, like your move appearances.
I was talking to you this time.
Oh yeah, I listened to it. I got it. I was taking it in.
You got it on tape?
Yeah. He has spoken.
Okay.
I've got it.
Yeah, movies.
Yes, movies. Quite interesting with how you have evolved, and then you are in the movies.
Yes.
What happened with you? Did you just get interested with being part of movies, and then people looked at your gym sessions and then were like, come on, this guy can be good in our movies?
Actually, that's not how it started.
Okay.
It wasn't because of my physique or how I act. During the time I was mostly working on myself, I told myself that I'm going to be selfish.
Yeah.
I'm going to do me. So my journey was doing me. That is why mostly on social media, I was not really there.
Yeah.
I wasn't posting so much. I wasn't, I could be there just on and off.
Yeah.
And so I was like doing me. So doing movies, I'm like, I can still do me. And people would just see, like the Hybro movie.
Yeah.
We had been shooting that movie for about 2 years. People didn't know.
Yeah.
They only knew that I was acting when the movie came out.
Yeah.
You get?
You were so silent about it.
So we were working on it. I have so much behind the scenes which the world didn't see. But the next thing people would just say, movie has come out. And Bensam is in it. And Bensam co-produced it. Because
that was huge. The movie was huge, and you being part of the production.
So I was part of it. I was honored that Chaz was like, you know what? I think you can do this part, do these things, and he delegated some stuff to do for me in the movie. And eventually, he's like, you know what? Can you audition for this role? Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Hey, he did it. I did the first scene. He's like, you know what? There's another scene I want you to do. So we did the other scene, which was the fighting scene also. That fighting scene took almost all night to rehearse.
I can imagine, because it was perfectly done.
Yes.
I've seen fighting movies within Malawi. Yes, of course, I've seen the best.
Yes.
Some of the
acrobatic guys. They're so good. Those guys are excellent.
But those guys are.
Yeah, that's what they do.
You guys, so for you guys to do that was huge.
It took time, and Estim took his time. And he always takes his time, and I think it came out nice. And by then Charles was in USA, so when he sent him the draft scene, he gave me a call. It's like, bro, I saw your fighting scene. It's amazing. He was like, okay, you know what? Yeah. And that's when we had to shoot the other fighting scene with. You haven't seen the movie, right?
I saw the movie. I was there at the premiere. No, I liked the movie.
Yeah,
I liked the movie. So I was there, supported, and behind me was the same.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting. I really liked it. Honestly, the movie it was different. I was saying to myself that time that I'm tired of watching movies where we're always talking about Manonage, Ampasabimba, what's your school?
Yes.
No. That was different. It really spoke about what is happening.
Yes. Also, I think there was a time I was on social media.
Yeah.
And I was seeing some movies clips, some highlights for a TV soap.
Yeah.
Which was being done by Flora Soya. I texted her. I'm like, I want in. She was like, okay. So sometime later, she's like, you still want that role? I'm like, yeah. So, okay. So there was a pilot project they were doing. She's like, okay, you have this role. Let's see how you do. So we did, I think, 3 episodes. They didn't come up because it was a pilot project. But her as a director, I think she's like, okay, I think this guy has got something. Then when they were shooting the UNICEF project, I also got a role. I had some few episodes which I appeared into. And then this project, the Plan B TV series, I also scooped a role there, which we have finished shooting season 1. And there's another TV series coming out.
Wow. Come on, break it for us.
So the other one also is exciting. We were just going through with the team. There's so many excellent actors in there. I'm like, I'm under pressure myself. I'm under pressure myself. Yes. I'm like, there's Mr. Chonde there. I don't know if you know the gentleman.
I think so.
Yes. There's Brendan Salu in there. There's Beatas. You know that guy?
The funny guy.
He's not really a funny guy, but he's good. He knows his stuff. There's Kelvin, the guy who was also in the whatever movie about the wind.
Yeah, that's a book that people know about Malawi. When they ask about Malawi, they're thinking about that wind movie. Like, the book harness the wind. Yeah, interesting. But I'm so happy to hear about your acting.
And I'm just so disappointed because I don't know why they didn't cast me in Fatani, because I think if I was in there, they made sales, but I think they could have made more sales with me in it.
And probably the movie would have been out.
Yes. It was going to be on YouTube. I don't understand. Like,
if Bensam was in Fasadi, if Bensam was in Fasadi movie, the movie could have been out by now.
It could have been out.
Interesting, man. Yes, interesting. Oh, cool. I think on the last one, I have a game for you.
Okay.
It's just a game. I just want to ask you questions about artists. For people that manage artists, I find this to be interesting. It's one must go.
Okay.
I call it one must go. So I'm going to give you 2 names and one must go and tell me the reason why that person has to go. So it's not about hate, it's about preference and all those things, which is what we have.
Okay.
So let's start. Ashinagada versus the Euro Mind. One must go.
What?
That's what I'm doing here.
Oh, man.
One must go.
Oh, that's not fair. That is not fair.
Yeah, that's what happens with this game. But yeah, let's do it. One must go.
Your mind.
Must go. He's your artist.
I'm keeping your
mind. You're okay. You're keeping your mind. Why?
Because he's my boy.
Okay.
I think that's even a good enough reason.
Yeah, it is. But in terms of technically dropping bars or whatever, not even bars, but dropping...
He's good. Why do you think I signed him?
Okay.
Are you serious?
No. I'm just asking because Ashinagada is there.
If you go through my career of music, okay, don't make me shoot down Gada. He's a good artist, so let's pass.
Yeah. Okay, but you pick your mind.
Your mind.
Okay, great.
Any day.
Any day.
Any day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Ella Njuchi versus Namani. One must go.
Man, they're both great artists.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why one must go.
I'll pick Namadingo.
Okay, why?
Too much experience.
Yeah.
Way too much experience.
Yeah, he's been there, man. He's been there.
Apart from that, he's diverse and he's too bored
to be
He can jump and expect to land on his feet. Yeah, because most of these guys are like, hey, this is too steep.
Yeah, I don't want to do this.
I'm gonna,
I don't want to do this.
I mean, this guy is going to Zambia, do shows. And before that, he's one of the first people to be scooping a lot of corporate shows. Yeah. One of the first people to be filling up BICC.
Yeah.
When people are like, hey, that place is expensive, guys.
Yeah.
We're not going there. But he was going there doing shows, you know? And I've known him from Karikale when he was, he transited from, what was he calling himself? Precious Namadingo. Then he started calling himself All New Namadingo.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, we didn't notice that he was changing.
We thought it was
branding.
It was a number.
No, it was him rebranding. He left everything else. Then he's like, you know what? I'm going to create a brand. That's how it started. We didn't know. We just thought it's all Nyuna Madingo. That was him becoming this, what we see now.
Yeah.
So this, what we see, that's what he has been working on from the time he called himself Nyuna Madingo.
Interesting. Because even his sound changed. That's when he was coming with certain Seki, which is totally different.
He was like, you know what?
He came with a guitar. That time he wasn't performing even with a guitar. Previous songs.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so the Madingo stays. Gwamba versus Suffix. This one I always throw it. Whatever reasons. One must go.
They are both great artists.
Yeah.
I'll pick Gwamba.
Why? He's a friend.
No.
Okay.
If I was a businessman, that's the artist I would rather work with. He can make me more money because he knows how to survive the industry.
Okay.
He is very open-minded.
Okay.
Yes.
But, okay, anyway, I'll ask, don't you think he has an upper hand because he comes from where money is being generated? If you would strip Gwamba all those things, would he still be Gwamba?
Gwamba has been fighting bigger artists before he made Bushi. Yes. From Pity Boys. You do know Pity Boys?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yes. From that group, he came out of that group, started doing his own stuff. He was the Cisco of Drew Hill back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That member that outshines the rest.
Yeah.
Like there was some way, like Elin Juji, but the crew, we're not going to shine. You know?
It becomes big or something.
So he was the first guy. These ones got more talent than my guys and I. You know, and he's like Tupac. He has done too much music than Suffix Amateur, but through his career, look at Gwamba.
Yeah.
Even without only my hits, he's got more hits from secular to his gospel regime right now.
Yeah.
So he's got talent and he knows what to feed his audience.
Okay.
98% of the time.
I get you. I get you on that one. Okay, cool.
But Suffix makes quality music. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
But I would have my own reasons to choose.
Yeah, you're looking at the business.
Asking me to choose one.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. That's why we're doing this. So, Gwamba Suffix, Gwamba must stay. Suffix must go. This one is interesting. Physics versus Barry One. I'm supposed to have physics, by the way. So
I'll take physics. He's the most organized artist I've ever met.
You choose
He's
physics.
the most hardworking artist I've ever met.
He's interesting. He's working hard.
He grinds. I've never seen someone who can balance his office work and music career as if it's nothing.
Yeah.
And he's got a family too.
Yeah.
And he's got a child.
Yeah.
But how he can even do shows, he can go the next day in a suit and a tie to work.
He's in a bank.
I have no bloody idea.
Yeah.
So to me, that guy puts in a lot of work.
Barry One, physics
No
must
question.
stay. Barry One must go on this one.
To tell you, when we made Bamti, he listened to it.
You worked with him, yeah.
I was with the crew. It was like, we're in the same kind of thing. We're going to Chanko for a show. He was like, you know what, guys? I need a verse in this. Guys were like, but the song's already done. I'm like, nope. I'm going to put a verse in this.
Wow.
He's a go-getter.
Yeah.
He dropped a verse in it. When we got back, we were like, okay.
Let's do this.
The song came out. The song was good. Everybody did great. But up to now, he still performs.
He performs it. And his verse is still, like, he carries on the legacy of the song. Yeah.
Simple, money fees, listen, my babies. Up to now, people are jamming to that stuff. You know?
So if you could have denied that guy, the legacy could have been good. But he's carrying the legacy of the song.
He is, but
Interesting.
Of course, it could have still been a hit.
Yeah. Yes, it could have been a hit. But I guess. Okay, let's go quickly. Rita versus Leslie. One must go.
Oh, man.
It's two girls.
I'm not very familiar about these guys too, but I will pick Leslie.
You pick Leslie?
Because of what I hear.
Okay.
Nyimbo zake za business very. But most people are like, hey, Leslie this, Leslie that. Yes, so I think I would, because of the word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go for them.
Last one. This one is going to be crazy, but I want to find a way to do this. Usually I go Daredevils versus Wabot, but here I want to break Daredevils. Between Marcus and GD, pick one. One must go. One must go.
This is tough.
Yes.
Daredevils, your family, but I love you both. GD and Marcus. Yeah. It's crazy because their skill sets are different.
Yeah. I mean,
so it will not be a fair fight.
But no. We're talking about music here in terms of dropping bars and whatever.
Okay.
One must go. Not on production, because I think probably I don't know. I don't follow them to that much detail.
You know, those guys are the yin and yang. Picking one, it's a mistake. Do you know what I mean when I say the yin and yang?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? They're like this.
Yeah. And I think every time someone is featuring Daredevils, they're always in the joint.
They usually. No, there have been times where Marcus can do his own stuff and the other one can do his own things.
Huh.
Yes. Komano.
One must go. Just one.
Oh, man.
One must say.
Because GD, very good at making hooks.
Yeah, that guy's the best.
The other one, I don't know which one. He's very good at making beats also.
Yeah.
Than the other.
Yeah.
GD, he drops more fire verses than the other. No. Marcus, I mean. Marcus, I think he drops more hardcore verses than others. But, oh man.
Yeah, I think they have those uniqueness, right? Which really makes them.
That's why I'm saying they're different. So you cannot put him. It's not easy to put them on the same race because Alisa and Indima's strength are greater than the other. That's why they complete each other like this.
Yeah, but for the sake of this, one must go in terms of rap. You're picking Marcus.
God damn it.
Yeah, because you are saying.
Okay, Marcus. Marcus because he's raw.
Yeah,
he's more rowdy than the brother. Yeah. Okay. But if I wanted to do love songs and
you get GD.
More commercial, get GD.
Here in this podcast, we talk about death like anything else. You can die, you can live on, but at what point, as of now, how do you look at your legacy? You have those,
like I said, right now,
2 good kids. How do you want to leave the legacy for that, man?
I think if you knew me 10 years ago, and you didn't meet me after 10 years and you meet me now, I can safely say you don't know me. Because I've evolved a lot. I've changed. It's like you have this cloth, your jeans, your nylon, and that's how I have been. And that's how I'm still going. And Ababa, from here on out, which is different. And I don't really owe people that explanation, but I just want you to understand that I'm also evolving. That's why I'm at a space where people are like, what is Bensam really doing? What is going on? What is this? So I can still do all these other things because I am capable of doing them. I can do them even in my sleep. You want me to take pictures? I'll do that stuff. But I want to do more stuff. Different stuff, which I have been working on and I'm working on. But I don't know, depending on when you met me, I think that's when you'll be like, you know what? Benny is a good photographer. Maybe you met me during the time I was taking pictures. There are people I bump into like, you remember me? You taught me IT. I'm like, oh yeah, you know. So depending on when it made me. Some people know that I've been in graphics and printing, so they're like, you've been doing billboards. I remember you were doing billboards. I'm like, yeah. You know, so I really, cause in life, you know how things are changing so fast.
Yeah.
You cannot just stick to one thing, and you're not gonna grow.
Yeah. But one thing that we can be guaranteed is you're gonna evolve.
I am going to evolve, and the Bensam brand will always be there.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why I tell myself, I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to do some of these dreams in this lifetime.
Yeah.
I've already lived half my life.
Yeah.
You know? So the other 50% bundle of my life, I'm gonna do me, and I'll make sure that they're also set for their life, for their journey. Yeah. So my daughter is Bensam, my son is Bensam. So they have to take the baton and continue. God damn it! I speak good English.
I think for people who didn't know you, this episode is gonna give them the snapshot of who you are.
Yes.
And they're gonna follow you, see how you're gonna create your journey. I'm so happy that you have shared with us.
One more thing. Are you recording?
Yeah.
There are things that I've been doing backstage. So I think in the future, it's going to be there, and I just didn't want to be explaining everything to the world. I'm not like those people who just take everything and put it out there. So Otherwise, it's been good, and there's a lot of music coming. There's a lot of video content coming, and we'll be creating some more. Yeah. So I would like to encourage Black people to support other Black people. Yeah. And we should learn to trust each other with money. Yeah. We should not always take advantage of our friends' trust. If I give you 20,000 and I want you to bring me a memory card, please bring me the memory card. Yeah. Don't tell me stories the next day, because it's another reason why we go to other people, because we know they'll give it to us. So let's have the discipline with money. Let's support each other's business. You know, I think the policy should be, I'll take my business out of my circle if there's no one who can actually do that. Yeah. Yeah, you know. If you know, I want a website, I should be able to call this guy. You want a picture, you can call me, or I'm sure you know someone else who can take a picture in your circle. Do that before you actually choose to outsource. Yeah. That's what other communities are doing. They have been doing that, and we need to learn that. Yeah. And when you say you're borrowing 50,000 from me, keep your word. Yeah. Bring it back. Yeah. You know, same way I borrow from you, I have to give it back. So these are the things we need to learn, support each other. I mean, even just a reference. You want a website? Talk to McDonald. Yeah. The moment I'm doing that, I'm not losing money in my account.
You're not, man. You're not. You're just doing the right thing.
My money is intact. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So benefiting is not always monetary. Yeah. Don't always look at cash as your way of benefiting. You know? Yeah. So in life, you can do things. For example, I can borrow a camera, this one, for a job. You know? Next day, I'll be like, that guy did me a favor. I can also do him a favor, which will help him make money. Yeah. So that's how life goes. So don't always look at money at everything. So
Black-owned businesses are suffering because the Blacks themselves don't want to promote their own native people, but promote other people. It's not about racism or something, but it's about just helping people that know you. And that's what we're promoting here. So I'm so happy that you picked that. In business, referrals are good. Always know who you're talking to, etc. But I'm excited, man. Until next time, I remember McDonald. Bensam here. See you in the next one.